hi there. Right then. Let's Baldur's Gate. And I don't know, maybe finish the game? Nope, that's too far the other way. Snap between 2 points, and what I want is exactly on the snap point, which is not really ideal. Same with the Y direction. I feel that this is worse. My camera is lagging the fuck out today. Hey, whatever, that'll do. Geronimo.
The crown of Carsus, the site of power, the site of domination.
The Netherstones. Perhaps if we use them here, they'll work this time. That's the person from my dreams.
And in good old tradition, I'm going to start off by turning edge panning off again.
Heading out.
We're going to walk up here. Until a long rest. Well, I'm going to reload because mind, I was going to move up there, then call an ally, but obviously what I got to do is call the ally first and then move.
There it is. Looks like that face.
I know you. And so.
We need to reach the core of its will. Get as close as we can to the crown and cast the spell to compel it to submit.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
Right, who should we call? Ghost Busters.
Lend your strength.
What can he do? Hide? Disengage? A pretty weak melee attack. A pretty good melee attack. Some bombs? Right, you only get the one, so hide. You can't really move anywhere.
Ready for another round?
No, you, Carla. Now, we're going to find out, can I call more than one set of allies? Nothing here says I can only have one summon. Does it? It is greyed out. It's someone else. It looks like I can only have the one summon. That does make sense. I was just wondering if it was actually the case. Well, you can't move anymore. What you can do... Ooh. Right, that's useful as a AoE because it's an AoE. Huh. Makes sense that that is not all that extract brain. If I had the movement, yeah. Well.
Can't afford to let up.
Can you hit them? Yeah. Can you hit them?
Make way.
Probably. I mean, yes, is the answer, not probably. This is my Dream Guardian. That's what they had. Human life. Alright. Fair enough.
Perfection. Yield to it.
Can't cast spells. That is something of a problem for a spellcaster. Spellcaster who doesn't have enough movement.
On my way.
Can I have like a reminder of what these do, please? Well, now I can. Useful.
This is gonna feel good. Under their noses.
You can probably reach these, right? No. Look at his block.
Victory awaits.
Can't reach destination. Oh, alright. You can not go very far at all.
On the move.
quickly now. Get to the crown and cast the spell. We will keep the enemy at bay.
Can you reach it? Yeah, you can. You punched a tentacle. Oh. Look what other actions we've got. We've got way more attacks than I thought we had. Whoops. Well, I can't do much of anything. The boss is a creature that is stunned, prone, sleeping, or unconscious. You are neither, or none of those. But I can. I think I'm better off just slashing him a bunch. Actually.
Into the fray!
Time to strike.
Yeah, attack the tentacle. And you can arrow the fuck out of the guardians.
Not going to last much longer.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Hey Purdy, how are you doing? Thanks for the drop in. How are you? Chance to hit. 50. What's the chance to hit? 40. It's going okay, I think. You know what? Okay, no los dos. Fucking do both of them. Oh, right. Look, when I grab food. Enjoy your food. Carla, I think. Ice cake. I have coffee. Which is a liquid. Good enough. Who? She has them. Fuck it. Lacerate? Come on, Carla. We're not gonna get there.
I've got it.
No opportunity attack? Right, not gonna complain. I will make a confused face, but I won't complain. Right, you should probably heal. Where do... Right, can you attack them?
Let me strike true.
Oh, I could have attacked... I could have attacked the Emperor. Well...
I will not know failure.
You know what, you can heal a little bit as a treat.
Execute.
So far, Daemon has not actually done anything. that's not really fair. Attack of opportunitying me by people who, like, weren't there. Is that the last one?
Come on, Karlach. Show me. Moving. I will ascend. Fulfill.
No, I'm not gonna try fire on the dragon. I don't think that would be the best move ever.
Taste my fury.
And whack it with your pummel. Is there anyone you can reach? Tell you what, we've got 21 of these. Oh, that was a bonus action anyway. Alright. I've just walked or flown into a bit the Nautiloid's about to attack. To be fair, I think I was already in it, actually. Well... Well, fuck. Can we do this with our Mind Flayer dead? Whose turn is it? Okay.
Subjugate.
really high. Look where she fucking was. You just had to reach this and cast a spell. What if she doesn't have to be up there? I think she does.
I am fury. I am death.
Where's Shadowheart?
My lady.
She's about to be actually dead. She is about to be actually properly, fully dead.
I will ascend.
I don't think I can win this anymore. Like, I kind of need Karlach. Like, she's the only one who has the spell and she's dead.
Still breathing, despite everything.
There it is.
We need to use the...
That face.
I'm and
We need to reach the core of its will. Get as close as you can to the crown, and cast the spell to compel it to submit.
Put him on. Count on me.
Yes?
I am death.
Come, Aelin. It's your time.
My path be true.
Can you... Nah.
Let's finish this.
Can you whack that with your
Maker.
spike? Yeah? Yeah, she can. Good whackage.
No choice but to keep going. Death won't take more.
Wow, she died fucking screaming.
Perfection. Yield to it.
No surrender.
This seems like a good place for him to appear.
Make use of yourself. Victory awaits. Emperor is down. I will not know failure. Blood comes easy these days.
You're not, like, immune to anything, are you? Absolutely nothing. In which case, I shall rain fire down upon you. And... myself. Hey, Malin's alive? How did that happen? Never mind, she's not again. Is that all my bonus? Attacks don't as well. Yeah. And by bonus attacks I meant actions. Is this just Dame Aylin's thing that she just keeps coming back to life? I mean, I know that's her thing. I meant mechanically. As a game mechanic in this fight. Is that her thing? Not actually that useful anymore. Right, attack now. I wish I could zoom the camera out so I could see the AoE. Okay. Oh. That's why. It's the AoE centered on myself.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Can I get close enough?
That should work.
Yeah? Oh look, Dame Aylin's dead again.
My turn. Close ranks.
Movement. Okay, I guess we'll arrow the dragon. Did I press O? Yeah, I did.
Never a dull moment.
Dame Aelin is going full Captain Jack Harkness in this fight. Can't use actions. Seriously. I'm right there. I am right fucking there.
Bleed for me.
Still on my feet.
Impero Jim. Et Alvi.
Well, he can't do anything.
It's go time. Eggs.
Probably had enough action to do that, actually. Oops. Okay.
Your time has come.
Yeah. I'm going to take a quick pee break before my next turn, though, because I need to fucking pee. Why the fuck else? Anyway, see you in a minute.
When I pick up on that smell, pick it up and run like hell. Little woman said me, son, better get up on your run. All I ever wanted to was pick it up and run with you. Slip into a summer spell, double up and run like hell.
Hi again. Should we continue this fight? Did she just heal? I assume she did.
Nothing important is ever easy.
No, Alien's dead. You put on purpose. Fuck's sake. How is she gonna keep her concentration for a whole turn?
all that matters.
Can you? No.
One day, I'll catch a break.
Love how Lae'zel is immune to burning. So the friendly fire was the only fire, literal fire in that case. Again, shall we? I'm gonna give myself resistance to fire. Lost concentration again. Christ. Which means next turn we can't do it because we're there. Which means it's at least 2 more turns before we can actually end this fight. At least. Assuming we survive.
despite everything.
Can't use actions recent. But then these are not actions. Kill the red dragon on the upper city. We gone done it. What's this do? Find yourself in a pillar of stone is like inflicting moonbeam. I don't know what moonbeam is, but it's something I can do this turn. So why the fuck not? I'm gonna just stay here, just in case any other cunt comes near.
I got this.
Right, you can start killing some tentacles, I guess. You know what?
Nothing will stand in my way.
I swear, if she's fucking knocked back by these blasts. He was not.
You feel it, a sudden shift. The brain is weakening, its grasp of itself slipping. This is your chance. Even bound, its will is stronger than anything you've ever felt. Chains shake, threatening to break at any moment.
Its will is weakening. Let's finish this.
Just me. I've got to do 300 damage
Jimmy on the go.
in 5 turns. What can I do? Not enough movement. We've got 13 times what? 4. Assuming they all hit, that's more than... Follow. Well, he can't.
This is it. Its will is weakening.
And you enter?
Its will is weakening. The brain is almost defeated.
Not enough movement? How fucking close do I need to be?
Got it.
Oh, he got unsummoned. Fair enough.
It's time! Destroy the Netherbrain and end the Granticide!
Taking position.
Can't even catch my breath.
Obey! Thrall.
Well, that's what negation means, I guess. Bugger. You can't attack from here. Oh, fuck. Except you can.
Knees high.
Time to push my luck again.
Well, I guess we gotta do this in one turn. Not two.
It's hot in here.
Impossible! Pain! Fear! Terror! Reconsider! Assess! Implore! Surrender!
Subdued. At last. This is its death rattle.
Spare me. Join me. Wield me. Become absolute!
This is it, soldier. This is what we fought for. Time to end this thing. The brain is on the cusp of its final thought, and it's taking all of Karlach's strength to keep it there. An opportunity, perhaps.
Betray Karlach. Dominate the brain. Become the absolute... Nah, go ahead. This moment's yours.
No more tadpole's brain. It's time to die.
I must obey. I must end.
Hopes, nightmares, and the screams of legions upon legions of unborn illithids. The pain rips through you, obliterating all thought, all feeling. Your tadpole burns in your brain.
All of my tadpoles. Whoops. That's gonna hurt.
silence. For the first time in a long time, your thoughts are entirely your own. And then, gravity.
Oh, literally. Not just the overwhelming gravity of the situation. We're falling. Flash. The final victims of the Absolute.
Everything you did, everything you sacrificed, it was worth it. For this.
We did it. We actually did it. And the city's still standing.
That's always a plus.
My powers, they're draining. Just like Mazora said they would. A small price to pay in the grand scheme of things.
We really did it.
I can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. That means we can't turn into mind flayers. Not that there's necessarily anything wrong with being a mind flayer, of course.
It's all right. I knew what I was doing.
I will ensure that all Githyanki know your name and your sacrifice. What you have done today will start a fire that rages across the astral plane. If their lost prince returned, my people will burn away Vlaakith's corruption. And it is all thanks to you. The Illithid who defied a netherbrain.
There was another. I still think we should have made Orpheus become a mind flayer instead of you, Karlach. But she gets to live. That as much as I want to be a dick to Orpheus, I can't take away what this is given to Karlach. You did good, Karlach.
I did, didn't I? I saved the fucking world. And I think I might live long enough to tell the tale too.
Just gotta find some brain
Thank
sweets.
you, my liberator, my savior.
Oh, you've cooled off a bit.
My people are leaving, and I must leave with them. Come, Lae'zel. We will free the Githyanki and dismantle the Empire. Let them be imprisoned no longer.
You found new purpose here, Lae'zel. In Faerun, craft a new face. Your choice to make, not mine. I entrust it to you.
Then I must go with the prince. I will never be free while my people are still bound by Vlaakith's chains. Your will is strong, Rastil. Your name will be etched in our slates. You will be called Mlagir, Liberator. Orpheus, I am ready.
Kulas! Kuthas!
Oh dear. Luthien working everywhere except...
Still, my liberator.
Right. Sometimes the tism is just too much to overcome, you know?
With the Githyanki gone, there's nothing left but the silence of the city. Smouldering, waiting to be rebuilt. But it seems that Gale's mind is elsewhere.
Gale, is something the matter?
The crown. It's somewhere in the Chiontha. If I salvage the stones, I can reforge it. And once I have, I'll return it to Mistra.
And what will she think of you?
Cure me of my affliction. And I'll finally be free.
Surely the bits are enough. Why would he have to reforge it to do that? I think he's being sneaky here. And yeah, you'll be chosen again.
And a more deserving one this time around. If this adventure has taught me anything, is that there are things in this world far more valuable than power. Besides, growing quite fond of this merry band of ours, but I'd quite like to see what happens to it. I'm sure Mistra will summon me soon enough, but until then, I propose we celebrate our victory the mortal way, with a drink in our hands and reckless abandon in our hearts.
Celebration sounds perfect.
Lest we forget, there are still graves to dig, injured to thank, warriors to exalt.
You're a bundle of laughs, aren't you, Will?
Honor them with each and every step you take.
And every pint of ale I drink.
it's over. And it's all because of you. You, who were destined to become a thrall. Thanks to you, there will be no Illithid Empire, no Death God's tyranny. You have earned your place amongst the legends of the Sword Coast. You are the saviors of Baldur's Gate.
Last night was perfect. Though I couldn't help lying there thinking about my parents before you stirred.
I would keep that to yourself if I were you. That was a bit odd. Ah, dead parents, the perfect post-coital subject. I feel like I shouldn't have put clothes on the last time I got up from sleeping. Like, these are not normally what you wake up. Especially if you just fucked. That's, well, it's not normal. You're still grieving.
I gave them the release they asked for. Freed myself from Shah's grasp just as they wished for. But there's moments where I think I'd trade that to be able to see them again. Talk to them again. There's so much only they could have told me. But that's all gone now. I've got to move on. Find some place for myself.
There's a place for you by my side if you want it.
I was hoping you'd say that. Whatever lies ahead will be far less daunting if I have you. It could be just like old times. Well, hopefully not exactly like old times. I think I've had enough camping and mortal peril for one lifetime.
What was that squish? Did they just step in a intellect devourer?
Since the Netherbrain fell, you and Shadowheart have seen more of Faerun than you ever thought possible. She no longer shies from wolves or water. Nothing in the world frightens her anymore. And you feel you could face anything by her side. One day, you receive a letter passed to you by a stranger who bows with deference. An invitation to a gathering of the friends and allies who stood by your side in the fight against the Absolute. You waste no time in packing and set off on the long road back to where all of your adventures together began.
Thou wert called here, some from above, some below. For with thine bond, together thou hast kept the wheel of fate spinning when it threatened to halt. Though thou wert drawn far apart in the months after the collapse of the Absolute, tonight, fate renews thy bond once more. Thou shouldst take care to preserve it. It is a great weapon wielded in the hand of good. Go. Know one another once more.
Oh, look at...
What a lovely occasion this is.
Ya beautiful thing. Grander than any of the Patreon's dreary banquets.
This... Our first camp. It's good to see you.
Looks coyly at the ground, suddenly shy.
Aww. What have you been up to since we last met?
Snaps the air and wiggles. He's either miming fighting a many-limbed creature or dancing.
My dancing could also be mistaken for that.
Exhausted. He's had plenty of adventures without you.
It's about time someone looked after you. How about with me and Shadowheart?
The joy in the owlbear's eyes is clear. He longs for a home and would love to stay with Shadowheart.
Aww, that's so cute. Speaking of,
Didn't expect to be nervous. But seeing everyone here like this, it's strange, isn't it? I feel like I must have dreamed the last few months. Now I'm waking up back in camp with my hair smelling like wood smoke and fallen leaves stuck to my backside.
your backside is fine, trust me. I've been checking regularly.
Oh, I've noticed. Ever since I first slipped into my camp garments, I should think. So, we should divvy up what we tell people about what we've been doing these past few months. I'd hate to be a bore that comes along and regurgitates the same story to someone moments after you've told them. Any ideas?
I doubt we could bore them if we tried. Think of what we've gone up to this last while.
Well, there's the visit to the House of the Moon, fending off Sharan assassins, that stray imp that joined us. Bing Bong, wasn't it? We've squeezed in a lot. And I'm glad I got to share it all with you. I'm sure we'll have them hanging off our every word. I'll leave you to do some mingling, unless you need anything else.
Kiss?
That can be arranged. Almost a shame we're with company. I'd be tempted to let you whisk me away someplace quiet.
I think we bothered with, we don't think we bothered about, privacy before.
Why? Are you expecting to be gone for long? All right.
Yes, we are truly that couple.
I could get lost in those arms.
Back soon. Enjoy yourself.
With music in the air and wine flowing, I think I'll manage. Don't get into trouble, but if you must, fetch me first.
Say hello to your owlbear friend.
Step forward.
Good song, good company, good wine. I wish it could last forever.
Ah, soldier. How glad I am to see you again. I'd started to wonder if I ever would.
How have you been?
Honestly, never better. My life is so rich now, so multifaceted. I've wanted to share it with you, but maybe I was scared. I've changed so much. But then again, so have you.
Observe the sheen of mucus on her skin, the tentacles where her mouth once was. Can this really be Karlach? Is she on fire? Tentacles are burny. Not as much as you might think. Defeating the dead 3 will do that to you.
Didn't I know it? It went so fast, didn't it? One moment we were on the Nautinoid, the next we were here. I'd ask you what you'd been up to for 6 whole months, but then I'd have to reciprocate. And I'm not sure you're ready for the truth.
You haven't been in this hunting the series eating people's brains, have you? That's probably not a million miles away, actually. After all we've been through, you don't have to hide anything from me.
Let us test that theory. Do you remember how my favorite food used to be mutton chops? I'm now far more interested in, well, brains.
Oh, Karlach would be aghast to hear that. Comes with the Illithid territory, I suppose.
True. But I've found ways to maintain my values while respecting that which I am. That which made it possible for me to live. I've made arrangements with a healer in the city. When a patient is beyond saving, but still able to speak for themselves, they're offered a choice.
You're a euthanasia.
Go as nature intends to take them, or when they're
You're
ready,
in euthanasia,
goodbyes have been
Illithid.
said, their affairs settled, and all that awaits them is pain. I relieve them. When I consume their brains, I am nourished by much more than the physical nutrition. Their memories, from birth to death, become part of me. I've lived hundreds of childhoods, first loves, marriages, feuds and friendships. I remember them all. And in this way, we all live on together.
That's actually quite beautiful.
Thanks, soldier. It feels that way too. It's been wonderful to see you again. Reminds me of old times around the campfire. We used to think becoming a mind flayer was a fate worse than death. I wouldn't trade my life, this life, for anything. Funny how things change, isn't it? Enjoy the night, my friend. I know I will. It's good to see you again, soldier. I hope it won't be the last time.
Enjoying yourself, I hope.
Good to see everyone,
I
yes.
know. I'll have to stop myself from getting teary-eyed when it's time to say goodbye again. Let's make tonight count. The only regrets I want to hear about come morning should revolve around an excess of carousing and questionable dancing.
I haven't volunteered this for anything that I'm aware of, but maybe I will.
Why, I feel better already.
Now there's a face I know well indeed. A night without care. No worry, no obligation.
Oh, right. You. Hello.
Ah, Gail's friend Tara, right? It's good to see you again.
Yes, I'm certain it is. As for you, well, I've heard congratulations are in order. You helped Mr. Dicarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right?
Just remind me of voice just like cat. If that's what he told you, who am I to argue?
Well done. Despite my old friend's genius, he'd have blown himself up long ago if not for the help of friends like you and I. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able, if you can extract yourself from what I'm sure are very important responsibilities.
I quite like that. Thanks for the invitation.
We'll send word by pigeon when we've need of you. I used to have a taste for them, but a great many things have changed in recent months. Ta-ta.
You're not a mind flayer too, are you? Those whiskers like tent.
A pity mutton chops no longer hold any temptation.
Well, well. Look what the Tressim dragged in. Professor Gale Dicarios of Blackstaff Academy. Educator of the esteemed School of Illusion. A pleasure to remake your acquaintance.
You confine yourself to the School of Illusion. I thought you could teach the entire curriculum.
I did offer, as a matter of fact.
Of course you did.
However, the Blackstaff insisted I couldn't teach every subject. Nor could the simulacra of myself I offered to create for that purpose. So I've settled for teaching the art of illusion. Magic to confound the senses. To render the impossible into reality. And to allow expression of that most magical attribute of all. Imagination. I fear my students find me somewhat intimidating due to my, explosive former reputation. I seem to put the fear of the gods into them. Or the fear of Mystra, to be more specific. I surrendered the crown of Carsus to her, as I told you I would. And in return, she cured me of the orb at last. Even now, I struggle to put the feelings into words. It was like exhaling for the first time after holding my breath for so very long. Of course, I haven't clarified with my students that the orb is no longer a threat. The legend of my explosive capabilities is an excellent means of controlling a classroom. Too good, if anything. I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils.
Mood. Grief is not fodder for idle study. It's dangerous. It should be treated as such. You know what? This is one of the rare things that our Luthien does actually take seriously. Magic.
Still, I hoped my students might be a little more open to the playful side of such magic. Oh, they try their best, of course, when they can manage to stay awake.
The cheek of them! Nothing a well-placed swipe from Tara can't fix, though.
It's him.
And what of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned?
I'm afraid if I were to diverge from my recent activities, I'd have to kill you. Or rather, my patron would. I'm the love of my life. I said I'd be pretty happy.
And I couldn't be happier for you. A fitting reward for the sacrifices you made in getting here. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know?
I saved the city. I've
Delighted
done what
to
I should
introduce
be.
you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you.
Of course, but I'm afraid I'd be a 2-for-1 deal. My patron won't be able to resist the thought of a captive audience. It'd be my pleasure.
Excellent. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist the allure of sharing your expertise. Of course, you'll be most welcome to stay with me in my tower. My apologies, Tara.
Are you in the cat?
That would be our tower.
Are you and the cat?
It will give us plenty of time to catch up on your adventures. I'm very curious to know what you've been up to these past months. But I suspect the telling of that tale would keep you tied to me all evening. So, in the spirit of selflessness, I encourage you to mix and mingle for now, with time enough to come.
Lucky thing I didn't decide to go to Arm yet. No way I would have made it back in time.
My knees are a little stiff. Must be a storm coming.
For 2 months, Orpheus trained me in the ways of the comet. For 2 more, I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through Limbo. I never imagined we'd be standing toe-to-toe on this day, in this place. Nothing but allies, I always told myself. A necessary partnership. But in spite of every strained word, every barbed glance, seeing you brings me even more pleasure than taking a Royal Inquisitor's head.
Nothing about allies. We fucked. Looking a bit less solid than I expected.
A bit. It has taken all of Orpheus's efforts to conjure my projection, and all of mine to convince him to let me come. Worth it, I'd say. I miss this place. This... Fey Run.
Your efforts to topple Vlaakith are well underway then.
We've spilled blood, gained a foothold in the astral, but still we need allies. And one beyond reckoning has made itself known. Zerith Minyaragith.
Nod your head if the word means anything at all to you. Zerith Minyaragith. What's that? Zerith.
Not a what, but a who. The immortal god king of the Githzerai. An exiled people. Once kin with mine, until the madness of civil war ripped our one sky into 2. Algish sent word of the rebellion to Minyaragith through the cosmos. He's agreed to parley. It's fallen to me to secure an alliance.
The great warrior lays out on a diplomatic mission. Best choice for the job. Your tongue is as learned as your blade.
My blade is keen as ever. But it was you who showed me that a proper victory doesn't always require a razor-sharp edge. Sometimes, a sincere plea is more persuasive than a dagger against the neck.
I hope she's lost that -1 to charisma.
Ascetic. He reached out in good faith. This is his way. It is in this spirit that I must meet him. And if he refuses, I carry on. Gravity pulls me in but one direction. I am a warrior of the comet. I will not rest until I burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. My people will be free. But you've heard that refrain before. Zealous, messy, insistent. All part and parcel of my undeniable charm.
Good luck, Lizelle.
And to you, always. Now go. Mingle a bit. That's the word, right? Mingle. But don't think you've seen the last of me. I'll be back. Sure as the comet will rise. Sure as Kalir will forever circle the sun.
Mustn't think about any of the local brains. Far too tempting.
Oh, like you're thinking out loud.
Oh, pardon me.
Hello.
Ah, my dear friend.
I'm glad I didn't let you stab my eye out.
You're looking very well indeed. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post.
You again, getting yourself into yet more trouble, I presume?
Always, my friend. But the villain I must needs slay today is my greatest yet. A deadline. You won't be surprised to find I'm soon to publish a little holiday read about our adventures together. I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think?
Terrible. Here and I know. That depends, actually. Considering there's a full stop there, I'll say no, it's the hero and me. Like, the hero and I went to the shops together. The hero and I would quite like to go for some ice cream. The hero and I want to kick back and watch a film. Do you want to get some ice cream with the hero and me? Yeah. TLDR depends on if you are the object or the subject of the sentence. Anyway, you can do better, can't you?
Oh, terribly sorry, but you mistake me, my friend. I'm only accepting complimentary feedback at this time. Perhaps, once the manuscript is finished, you'd even be willing to write a foreword? Or better yet, I'll write a draft and you can just sign your name. Better still, I'll sign it for you.
Why did I rescue you in the
your
first
success
place?
really has been wonderful for my reputation. But you mustn't let me hog your attention all night, my friend. You've many friends to chat to, and I'd love to listen in.
I rescued you twice. Why the fuck did I do that? I reloaded my game because you blew up. Multiple times. Why?
What a lovely occasion this is. Though I'm going to get very hungry
Nice to return to familiar environs.
To your relief, your projection holds. It took a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure it. You can touch, taste, and talk, but your fleshy body is in limbo, the home of the mystical Githzerai. Once the Githzerai were one with the Githyanki, until bloody civil wars severed the Gith species. The Githzerai god king Menyar Gith sent word through the cosmos.
Why am I getting this as if I'm Lae'zel?
And he's agreed to parley. Should the Githzerai join you, you could vanquish Vlaakith in a red dragon's blink.
What's the word on the rebellion? I presume you've cracked open more Kithraki heads than you could possibly count.
Right, just for the sake of this, imagine we are Lae'zel here, because we're meant to be. "13 Kithraki, 25 Sards, and 305 warriors, precisely."
Then you did keep count. I should have known you would. I'm afraid since we last met, my corpse count remains a paltry 0. Unless you count the boars I felled on ducal hunts. Rebuilding a city requires a politic mind. A sharp soldering blade, not so much. Bargains must be made. Coin must change hands. Tongues must be held in check. Father leaves me to my own devices, though he's got no shortage of advice when I ask for it. Still, I make the decisions I see fit. The ones I think will restore the city to glory. I serve only Baldur's Gate, not a devil of the first hell.
Oh, we're back to me again. The city's changed a lot under your leadership. Actually, Mizora didn't help at the end. I kept her in my camp. I specifically did not tell her to fuck off. Because she was one of the allies who was pledged to help me at the end, and she fucking didn't. City's changed a lot under your leadership.
I've had more than a few challenges, given the horns sprouting from my head. The people know me as one of the champions who saved their beloved city. They know Ravengard blood flows through my veins. The patriarchs, the aristocracy, the councils of Waterdeep and Arm, their arms aren't so wide open. Still, there's no friction that can't be...
You like Arm, you'd expect them to be, wouldn't you?
Promise or a proposition.
The Baldur Gates Council of 4. When you arrive in the city, refugees swarm the bridge. I just think that it's a shame for this. Gortash turned them into his own personal attack dogs. What happened to the Council of 4?
Disbanded, to be formed anew. I don't expect a soldier or street sweeper to see through the schemes of a tyrant like Gortash. But the city's lords and ladies were all too eager to abandon their oaths and bend the knee. My father, Ulder Ravengard, is now Grand Duke of the Triad, Keeper of the Fist. Cordula Eltan is the Duke of the Sea Tower, a legacy reborn. And I am Will Ravengard, Grand Duke of the Worm, Heart of the Gate. We will yet be 4. Until such time and after, we will enact the will of the People's Parliament. Baldur's Gate is nothing without its citizens, both in the upper and lower. Our duty is to them, and only them.
And the Flaming Fist? Gortash turned them into his personal attack dogs.
Father's back in his element, commanding the Flaming Fist with as brave a heart as ever, and delivered them nary a scolding nor lashing. The likes of Gortash can bend people's minds with a few chosen words. No tadpole needed. Bane's Chosen primed the Fist for a war they weren't meant to win. He convinced them there was an assassin hiding in every shadow, that cruelty was the correct answer to crisis. With a few exceptions, fathers pardoned every last fist. If my forgiveness not be Tyr's will, so be it. I shall forgive them all the same. His words, not mine. He still
Forgive the
believes in the
fascists.
bow and the blade, but he's
Bold.
teaching the fist a new lesson. Valor is found not in the wounds you inflict, but in the lives that you have bettered. May they all take it to heart.
Anyway, ACAB. When you first arrived in the city, the refugees were storming the bridge. I understand things have changed.
The jewel of the coast will shine ever bright, welcoming the weak and the weary from wherever they hail.
Although now there's
We are
no
building new
absolute
housing,
stuff.
Not just shanties, but homes where families can rest their heads. Plant
You're
gardens,
refugees,
pursue
right?
happiness.
No
Amazing
need
what
for
can be
people
done
to
when
run
Parliament
from
and
wherever they
council
are.
Pressure the upper city elites to open their coffers. I'm sure the Silver Shields can make do without a few more jeweled crowns.
Let's change subjects.
Of course.
I suppose you ever miss Mizora.
Never. The hexes and eldritch blasts, losing them took getting used to. They left behind a cold abyss where fire once raged. So I stoked a new one. Now the burning comes from within me, not from the depths of Avernus.
I've missed traveling with you. I'm really curious about our patron, though. Because they've very occasionally made their presence known. Like, when we rescued Yurgir, was that his name? The giant devil bloke? Giant demon devil. When you rescued him by finding a loophole in his contract, our patron, like, helped us. He loved that. He loved finding, like, loopholes in rules and shit. He sort of enjoyed it. But that's, like, one of the only times they were... So they're pretty benign. In fact, we've had dialogues here, we didn't say them to Gale, implying that we've been off serving Avernus. Serving the Hells, serving our patron in the last few months. Which is funny because apart from that bit of dialogue, everything else just implied we've been boning Shadowheart and taking care of assassins, and we haven't really... We are a pair of trousers. Like, that's the role of our character. We don't really have a backstory. We give ourselves a backstory, and this game does not really mention it. Right, anyway, I've missed traveling. You were a pleasure to be around.
I've missed you too. The rush of battles we fought, the heart-to-hearts, the nights around the fire, the comfort of knowing I didn't face the unknown alone.
The parasite we used to
do it
telepathically
all over
communicate.
again, and I'd rather not, to be clear. I can't imagine not having you at my side.
Oh, we are going to. Not immediately.
Go on, the night's young. You shouldn't waste a moment of it. Or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle myself. Oops, did I say half a bottle? I meant half a dozen.
Scrounging in barrels and crates for supplies when he could source these. God, I remember one evening when we had to eat 14 apples, some fish heads, and a stale loaf of bread just to get by.
Pity mutton chops no longer hold any temptation.
Withers has a keen eye for a nice vintage. Why were we scrounging in barrels and crates for supplies when he could source these? God, I remember one evening when we had to eat 14 apples, some fish heads, and a stale loaf of bread just to get by.
And you know what? We didn't get the achievement for taking a long rest only with alcohol.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about the music choice.
You seem glum. I thought bars were meant to be full of pep and joy.
I find it hard to summon up the trademark pep these days. You have no idea who I am, do you? I thought Withers might have set the stage a little.
How do you know Withers?
I owe him a favor, one he is eternally invoking. I thought honoring the worthy was a fair price to pay for Withers to pull me out of the fugue plane. Alas, one purgatory to another.
What are you doing in the fugue plane?
Languishing in obscurity. Cyric knew what he was doing when he punished me for that song, the prick. Before I was banished to the fugue plane, I had song prayers coming out the proverbial ears. Guess how many I get now? None. I'm washed up, I'm afraid.
Aww. Wait, it's coming back to me now. I know who you are. What's an honor? The fuck? I rolled a 1! How the fuck did that just happen? I rolled a 1! I'm not going to question it.
You know. You're bloody right. It is an honor. Finally! The scribe picks an adventurer of substance, of culture. What can I do you for?
Nothing. Please carry on as you were.
Fantastical news. Carry on I shall.
This one night is like any other, and yet different. Thou art the savior of Baldur's Gate, until such time it requires saving again. How dost thou feel?
I would feel some things have been left undone.
If thou could only see the paths of fate untaken, thy mind would surely break. Be glad of thy chosen path. It is, after all, thine. Enjoy the revelry of the day. Thou deservest at least that much.
You did just remind me.
light without care. No worry, no obligation.
Perhaps we should start throwing parties. But then again, just attending them grants you all the fun with none of the mess.
I have a confession to make. I may have volunteered us for something.
Oh, did you now? Come on then, out with it.
I might have said we'll take care of the owl bear.
You didn't. Of course he can come with us. I always regretted we didn't extend the offer after the battle. It was all such a
Look how happy she is.
Are you sure he'd want to join? I'm not exactly settled anywhere right now. It could be dangerous at times.
None of us are any strangers to danger. We're in our element.
All right then. It's settled. Oh, the things we'll get up to.
She's so happy.
Why, I feel better already.
Alright, let's go. Go back to Withers.
Mustn't think about any of the local brains. Far too tempting.
Yes?
Actually, before I do this, I'm going to have a quick pee break. This, you might think this is a odd place to have a pee break. Yes. Right, shall we end this? I think I've caught up. Well, let's pause Lord, actually. Shall we do that? I think I've caught up with everything. What comes next? Everyone. I've caught up with everyone. What comes next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen. The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
Brains without worms. To the greatest friends I could dream of.
To you.
As Mega Man X. Wait, wrong game. I will have another look at what though. One of them was obviously finishing the game with a thank you from Larion. Couldn't read the other two. The text was too small and they disappeared too quickly. Steam. This is a weird thing. Steam, because I'm monitors 4K and display scaling and all that. Steam scales normally if I open it manually. It does not scale if it opens automatically. I might just stop having Steam open automatically on startup and just open it when I want to play. But then I won't get updates. So it will update when I open the Steam. What I want is for the updates to happen when I'm not playing a game. Anyway. I love that double tracking effect.
I didn't know you well back then. I blame it on luck and fate.
I should get back to recording stuff.
Your blood like wine, I want it in. Oh darling, get me drunk and make me feel. It's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chains. There's more to do and I still want to live.
I feel your breath upon my neck, a soft caress as cold as death. Cold as death. I feel your heart beating my soul, our futures bound, our bodies know. Your blood like wine, I want it in. Oh darling, get me drunk, invite me. It's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chain.
Wait, Nocturne was Abigail Thorne? Huh. The more you know.
Don't let me die. I'll never stop until I'm done. But just tonight, maybe I'll rest in I feel your breath upon my neck, a soft caress as cold as death. I hear your heart beating my soul, our endings bound, our bodies know. I can't go yet,
Don't let me die.
I want to live,
My only one. There's more to do if we can only live. The clock won't stop and this is what we get.
Three people did the Chinese localization. There's the same people doing the traditional as well as the simplified. You do both. Checking I turned my dehumidifier off when I opened the window. I did. So, on a scale of 1 to Barry Island, how much did the game want me to recruit Asterion? Like, I Want to Live, his theme is the theme of the game. It's the tune that's always playing in camp or whatever, the instrumental version. He is front and center of all of the artwork. I would go to the BRB screen, but it would cut the audio. Whatever, it's just funny. More tea. Oh, he's a sweet.
I feel your breath upon
Myself for being awesome.
soft caress as cold as death. I didn't know you well back then. I blame it on all luck and fate. Your blood like wine, I want it in. Oh darling, get me drunk and make me feel. It's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chains. There's more to do and I still want to live.
I feel your breath upon my neck, a soft caress as cold as death. Cold as I feel your heart beating my soul. Our futures bound, our bodies
Mood.
know. Your blood like wine, I want it in. Oh, darling, get me drunk, invite me. It's not my fault, I'm not to blame. These ain't my sins, I broke my chains. There's more to do if I can only leave.
You brought home a Sega Mega Drive.
Don't let me die
I had a Mega Drive, very brief. Technically, it's my brother's.
until I'm done.
I don't know what happened to it.
But just tonight, maybe I'll rest in I feel your breath upon my neck, a soft caress as cold as death. I hear your heart beating my soul, our endings bound, our bodies know. I can't go yet,
Don't let me die,
I want to leave.
my only one. There's more to do if we can only leave. The clock won't stop and this is what we get.
indeed. It contains source code provided by NVIDIA. Oh, it uses physics. Really? Did not realize anything still used physics. I mean, I presume it's a CPU path. I mean, it would have to be in my case. I used to have NVIDIA hardware, but they decided to be shitbags when it came to Linux support. So I sold it. What a 7900 XTX. Yeah, meta.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel. Felled by mortals, I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
I feel that just gives me further questions. Questions such as, who the fuck is with us? Right, what I'm going to do is exit. And I'm going to go to BRB. Let's put Lord back on for a bit. Oh, it's fading out. I thought, why is she so quiet? No, because